All right, everyone. We are live now, and just give me a minute here to check if everything's good, and if so, we are good to go as well. Not this one. All right, everything looks good, so we are good to go. All right, so in this live stream, we're going to look into the new moon into Leo. And is going to be for a Pisces moonbeam here wrote a make or a break moment. Things can go either way. So pretty much what she's mentioning here is that it is going to be a big new moon. It activates Saturn and Uranus, or Uranus, depending on how you wish to pronounce it, squaring which are squaring and that is pretty much a biggest aspect of the whole thing around, and it is a square with them both. That is why basically the new moon, it's a huge event. Expect the unexpected, that aspect says, and new structure and calming energies are to be bound. We'll shake up our foundation, we'll rebuild whatever gets torn down. So that is kind of like for the way I see it from tarot, that is going to be something like the Tower moment that we will have into the next couple of weeks, because this new moon into Leo is going to last up until 22nd of August 2021. Where the moon is going to be full into, I don't want to lie to you, in Aquarius. Yeah, my guess would have been right here. So the moon is going to be full in Aquarius. But let me get back to the Pisces moonbeam writings here. So, and if it does what's... if it does, it was a authentic. So the way I see that it is that it will bring down the unauthenticity and is going to bring back the authenticity into our life. So basically, should things deteriorate and being brought down, that means that they are not meant for us to be, or they are not authentic for our lives. And for that reason, we should let go of those things and allow the rebuilding structure really to take place, to rebuild our love life, to rebuild as well our career and our social circles, if you will. And ruled by the sun. The sun is strongest in Leo. The new moon is the sun conjunct the moon, so it is strong energy for self-expression and shaking things up for some, whether we like it or not. So yeah, it's going to be a transformation period for all of us. So unexpected crushes, crushes in the sense of falling in love with people, unexpected bumps with suitors, and as well, unexpected, in generally, events are gonna take off throughout this lunar cycle, which are gonna pose growth. But as I do associate it with the Tower card, I need to tell you something important here, as the Tower card stands. And that is that when that transformation starts to take place, we rather should embrace the transformation itself than trying to fight against it, than trying to overrule the transformation. The more we try to fight against it, the painful it becomes. It will happen. The question is how painful is going to happen, and are we going to allow it to happen with ease here? Okay, so a little bit more explanation by Pisces Moonbeam here into the chat. And as far as tarot is concerned, the new moon in Leo is when the High Priestess meets the Strength card. and that is a period of time where we are to put a little bit of a brakes on our deeds and answer ourselves the question, is what we are doing really what we want to do? And it is where our, so to speak, soul guides us to. So it's a couple of weeks where we are to deliberate inwardly about our needs, and as well about our love also, and about in generally how we wish to spend the next few months or even the next few years into our life, not wanting to involve ourselves into streams, so to speak, that we would not like moving forward into the future. Hello, Susan. So let me explain you how the stream is going to move forward for those who are new to these streams. I will perform a 12 general tarot readings for each star sign. The spread is going to be my lunar cycle spread, which contains 5 cards. I'm going to divulge the spread at the start of the video, and for a rapid purposes, so to speak, so I don't repeat it every time. So the very first position of the spread, it does describes the topic of the lunar cycle. The second position of the spread does divulges the things which are going to hold you back, or in a sense what are going to be the obstacles and the challenges. The third position of the spread, it does speaks about the intentions and the best course of action moving forward. The fourth position of the spread, it is the lesson that this lunar cycle is going to teach us, or the way I like to see that, it is why things are happening around, what we are to learn from all that it is happening around. And the last position, which is always a positive one, these are going to be the energies which are to support us throughout the cycle. So 12 readings, and every 4 readings, every 4 general readings that I make, I'm going to announce a break, and within this break you guys get to ask your personal question. If you do want a free reading on by yourself, that is the way how you get one. Input your question here into the comments, and I'm going to pick one question from the poll and we'll perform a professional reading on it, meaning that I'm going to read a entire spread for the question instead of drawing just one card. Also, if you do wish to support me through super chat, you will get a reading no matter what at the end of the live stream. If you don't have any particular inquiry for that reading, I'm just gonna read generally for the lunar cycle for you. Hello, Malibu. And Rose as well. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to everybody around. And let me shuffle now and see what Aries is to go through. All right, so for Aries, the very first card, that is going to be the Star. Moving next, we do have the 9 of Wands. Hello, Kelly. Followed by the third one, which stands as the High Priestess. Then we have the fourth card for Aries, which is the 9 of Cups. And the last card for Aries of their spread, that is going to be the Queen of Wands. So we do have these 5 cards here. And for Aries, this cycle, once again, let me show you the cards. Okay, these 3. So for Aries, this cycle is going to be about opening. And you, Cinnamon Kiss, as you are mentioning that your dad has a massive tower moment. Maybe his tower moment is coming to end. That is because we do have the Star card here into the Aries reading. and it is the prime card of the spread right there on the prime position. And when you do have the star card on the prime position, that pretty much speaks that the era of turmoil is now coming to an end, and you can finally enjoy the opening in front of you. And that opening could relate to literally anything that you lack and anything that had been taken away from you, anything that you could have not accomplished, as a good job, as a unfolding love as well, you know, and as a in generally a very, how can I say, a very good development moving forward into the future. And the good thing about this card is that everything happens according to your expectations, according to your beliefs, and as well according to your standards. Now, however, let's address the elephant into the room for Aries, and that is the Nine of Wands, which is sitting into the second position of the spread. And that pretty much speaks that you may not find yourself, guys, much prepared and much experienced into the upcoming, how can I say, into the upcoming enterprises, so to speak, and thus you may need a little bit more time to get the hang of it in generally. So here the advice is just don't rush things through, and don't underestimate the situations that you may find yourself into, either career-wise or relationship-wise. Other than that, the cycle for you is happening, so you can understand what true happiness is, what sensual joy is, and what fullness of life is as well. And to find it, to find a direction where to pretty much enjoy that abundance, and to pretty much enjoy the these virtues and these blessings here. So there is no doubt that the things which are happening to you are going to make you very, very happy, all right? Which, again, to repeat, they could be literally anything you have lacked by this point, and anything that did not went well for you into the previous month, 2, or even as well years. So having the Queen of Wands though into the last position here, which are the enemies, not the enemies but the energies, I'm sorry, which are to support you, oh, that's huge. It's huge because the Queen of Wands, you will be very attractive. So if you are single, Aries, next couple of weeks are weeks where you can attract very many people, so to speak, or a lot of people around. Take it that way, that you will be like into the center of the company all the time. You will be like that pinnacle that everybody is striving toward. Of course, it's entirely up to you to cash on these energies, but you will have no problem doing it so as well, because you will have a very big understanding into what people need and what people want as well, being able to make an accurate perception why somebody would want your company. Are they genuine or not, you know, and are they honest or a not? And the advice here, or your intentions and attitude, should be toward the long-term prospects rather than toward the one-night stands, so to speak. So anything that you are not certain that can go a long run, probably it's a no-go for you, because you need to learn here as a lesson, Aries, into the next couple of weeks, that being happy, or rather like acquiring happiness, that's the easy part of being happy. Being able to sustain that happiness, well, that is now the true mastery of making yourself happy. So moving next, we do have Taurus. Well, yeah, I mean, for Aries, things are getting significantly better than they were by this point, with that star card being there. It's just inevitable for them. Hello, Queen Beam. Right, so for Taurus, we do have the Knight of Cups as the first card, followed by the second here, which is the Queen of Swords. Moving next, which is the third card, that will be the King, not King, but the Knight, I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands. The fourth card for Taurus, that will be the Temperance card, and the last card for a Taurus here, that is going to be the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, look at these, all of these court cards. But all right, so let's approach the reading on a little bit of a more simplistic matter, because we do have so many court cards here. So Taurus, the topic of this lunar cycle into Leo, it is truly striving toward the dreams of your heart, and how successful you are going to be into striving toward these dreams is going to be completely reciprocal, not just only to your efforts toward these dreams, meaning that just sitting on your couch at home daydreaming about your dreams is just ain't going to make them happen. You need to put some actions and you need to take initiative. So these are going to be the two things which are going to define how much you're going to get closer to your dream, how much quality your actions have, and how much you do take the initiative. Throughout the next couple of weeks, you have to be very enterprising and very initiative, especially when the endeavor, especially when the situation in general poses interest to you. And your determination as well, Taurus, needs to be such a determination that allows you to pretty much see it through, that there shouldn't be any question there. Should you move forward with your current interaction? Should you move forward with your current project? If you do have such a question within your mind, then the answer pretty much is no, that you should not move forward with these things. That is because we do have the Queen of Swords here into the second position of the spread, and that points that being aggressive and pretty much forcing yourself into do stuff at all cost, it's not like it's not going to produce results to you, but it is just at the end you ain't going to be happy of those results, regardless are they going to be good or a bad results. Now, what it is very interesting about the Taurus reading is that Queen of Pentacles at the end that we do have, which are the energies that are supporting you, and it pretty much states that anything old is going to support you. So to me, this reading speaks more toward fixing the past rather than conquering the future. So if you do have any past relationships that are not certain and they could be resuscitated, maybe you should look into that direction first before moving to the new one. If you do have some kind of a projects which are not closed in yet, they're just not sealed yet, maybe you should look into them as well, because the Queen of Pentacles as an energy pretty much speaks that you will be helped throughout the next couple of weeks to uncover potentials which are heretofore unexplored. Therefore, there is still what you can do about your past accomplishments and as well about your past failures. And the lesson that you are to learn, Taurus, into the next couple of weeks, it is a lesson of how always to find the appropriate approach and the appropriate measures as well. It's a lesson of respect, and it's a lesson of mutual compassion and solidarity, that you may not be agreed with your family, you may not be agreed with your partner in life, you may not be agreed with yourself as well, but you have to respect either of these sides, so to speak, if you do want those sides to respect you as well. Miriam, yeah, well, I recently got back to Facebook. You probably don't know, but I had, well, pretty much my Facebook page a few months ago was snatched, and that's why you don't see me much on Facebook anymore. I still post dailies there though, so if you are interested into my daily readings, you can still keep up with them at my Facebook page, Radko Tarot, which you can find as well, guys, here into the description down below. But just to summarize all that, guys, for Taurus, it's a very good couple of weeks for them to make real progress toward the love of their life, toward the work of their life as well. But Taurus needs to be initiative, and they need to find the interesting angle to approach that dream of their heart, rather than to try to make it through the forceful way moving forward. It's like finding the back door. Imagine it that way, that you are trying to impregnate a castle, And instead of trying to brute force you through the main gates of the castle, just find the back gates that it is very weakly guarded, so to speak. It is not that supported, and you just, you know, conquer the castle through there. Hello, Jennifer. Yeah, the day was good, I could say, and I hope you do enjoy yours as well. Hello, Zabe. Welcome to the stream. I hope you do enjoy the content here. All right, so moving next, we do have Gemini. And the very first card for Gemini, that will be the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the second card for Gemini, which is going to be the Eight of Swords. Then the third card for Gemini, that is going to be the Ten of Cups, followed by the Page of Cups. And then the last one, that will be the King of Cups. Give me a moment here, guys. So for Gemini, this is going to be a very colorful couple of weeks. There are going to be few things going on. It's not going to be just only one narrative. The biggest thing that's for Gemini is to take place are the energies which are supporting Geminis themselves, and those are energies which are gonna bring a lot of propositions to Gemini, a lot of offers. So that will be a great cycle for you guys if you are unemployed and if you are single as well. It's just you are going to be addressed with some kind of a proposition, some kind of an offers, which are going to be rather quite tempting. And when you do look at them objectively, you will see that there is literally no need to deny those offers. From another angle, look at this by the look of this reading here. Your emotional states, or if you are in a relationship, you know, or if you are in love with somebody, this emotion for you, Gemini, is going to be sound and safe. All right, you are not going to feel threatened by any means whatsoever. And then it's hard to describe it, but throughout the way here, you will learn to stop being catched by the irritating small and minor details of the situation, but instead being more oriented toward the overview, or being more emotionally attached to the future rather than to the current situation, which will help you to pretty much not overlook but carry on with certain stuff that you would not be able to by this point, let's say, to make any, not just only promises, but as well to make any compromises whatsoever. So your intentions here, at least according to my cards, Gemini, are need to be oriented toward your blessings. And if you do learn throughout the next couple of weeks to be happy with what you have currently, then you are going to be the most happy person in this world. Be happy with your family, for example. Be happy with your job, for example, or that you do have a job. Let's say be happy that you are healthy. Generally, try to be happy with what you have, because you should know that, you know, there are people that have less than you. Of course, there are people that have more than you as well. But once you do find yourself being happy, okay, but what you buy, what you have, then your life either all of a sudden or slowly progressively is going to start worth living again. And right after that, a major leap into development through these propositions that I spoke at the start of the reading is going to pretty much takes place. So into the next couple of weeks, you can expect to stumble upon or to be proposed the job, to be addressed from the person, all right, to be pretty much the grand thing to come about, the big fish to be in the waters, and the waters are not muggy this time around, and you can pretty much grasp it. The worst thing that you can do though into the next couple of weeks, Gemini, is to have a diminished not self-respect, but what was the word? Self-belief, I would say it that way. To think that you do not have the capacity, the capabilities, the knowledge, or the vision to do something that you do want to do. You do have a lot of potential that you are not yet aware of, and into the next couple of weeks, as you do orient yourself more toward the future rather than to the current situation, you will see that potential lingering out there, and you are just going to develop it. So depending on what are going to be the propositions, that is what is going to bring you the joy into your life into the next couple of weeks. So after Gemini, we do move to Cancer. Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much. And Jennifer, thank you so much. All right, so Cancer, a first one we do have for you guys, that is going to be the Knight of Swords, followed by the second card, which stands as the Ten of Swords. And here, just from these two cards, Cancer, I could say that you are gonna skating on a very thin ice. Who is going to plummet beneath the ice and who is going to go across the lake, so to speak? That will be that will depend on how aggressive you are toward your toward the situations that you're going to find yourself in. But we're going to talk about it in a minute. So the next one, that will be the Queen of Cups, followed by the fourth one here, which is going to be the Tower card. And the last one of your spread, that is going to be the Fool card. Okay, so we do have these 5 cards here. And just give me a moment. So next couple of weeks, you are gonna feel quite carefree and as well quite unattached to the seriousness of situations. And thus you may kind of like, how can I say, you may come up with the impression that things are easier than the things are in reality. Hello, Georgie or Gargi. I'm sorry if I do butcher your name. So yeah, that may bring you to a conclusion that things are easier than they are in reality, which could make you with a pretty tunnel vision into a one direction, which is, like I said at the start of the reading, skating on a very, very thin ice. And by you closing all of your bag exits, so to speak, right, closing all of your options to revoke your decisions or to revoke your actions as well, is pretty much gonna make you to charge towards your, I don't want to sound dramatic here, guys, but let's say it that way, to charge towards your destruction. So instead of charging forward toward a say enterprises, you have to take a very big amount of time, or you got to take your time to see how you feel about them when they sink in, because like I said at the start, they wouldn't be synced in, and therefore you will not have an accurate perception what stands in front of you. So try to deflect and to postpone decision makings and as well commitments as much as you can, because here, as we do have the Tower card at the fourth position of the spread, pretty much this is the lesson that you will need to learn, that, you know, anything can happen at any time. And today something may look beautiful, and tomorrow it may be a complete mess. Just as much as today something may look as a complete mess, and tomorrow it may be a beautiful thing. And that's why you should not rush with the conclusions straight away. Instead, what you need to incorporate into your environment into the next couple couple of weeks, it is your intelligence and your sharp mind. But ultimately, at the end, when you do decide to make a choice, should you make it or break it, should you go for it or not, should you walk away or not, your choice and your actions needs to be made in such a way that not intuition, but your emotions and as well your logic needs to be in synchrony. In other words, that you really want, that you need to really find yourself wanting what you are about to make, and what you are about to make needs to make sense as well. So if you do that, then you will go through the transformation painlessly, okay? And at the end, your life will be nurtured, cleansed, and nourished. It will be in both ways, but you don't want to go through the painful way of it, you know, because the painful way will happen to be more as a purge than anything else. Now, career-wise, you Cancer could expect to lean more towards sitting at the same job rather than getting a new one. That is because within the next couple of weeks, you may see that new job that you are fixed at will start getting certain problems that you may not want to be involved into, okay? And same thing in terms of a relationship. It's very likely that within the next couple of weeks, you are to see that sitting into your current relationship or trying one more last time, maybe with a suitor you had, it has a better prospect than going for something new. So that was for the first 4 star signs, and now the break is gonna take place, and in this break, a free reading is gonna take place. In order to participate into this free reading, all you gotta do is input your question here into the comments. I'm gonna pick one question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on it. Those who support the stream through Super Chat, they're gonna have a reading no matter what at the end of the live stream. And as well, if you do wish your own personal reading or you're interested into learning tarot through me, you can check out my website, which is listed here into the description of this live stream, and there you can view all of these services, all of my services, and purchase whichever suits you best. I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to input questions if you do have any, and I'm gonna move from there. Thank you, Robin. Oh my God. Why are you saying that it's a handsome? When I look at it into the mirror, do you know how difficult it is to me to take a picture for a thumbnail? I think that my smile, it's kind of like, it looks not very good. I don't want to use another word. But that is something that I have been told, that nobody likes themselves when they see themselves on a video or on a picture, and nobody likes themselves when they hear their voice as well. When I hear my voice in my ears, it does sound a bit ridiculous. See, somebody likes my voice that I just hate. I mean, I hate my voice. So now I do have an Asian soul, apparently. If you say so, Rainbow. Yeah, that's true, Jenny. That's true. Yeah, well, maybe so. There is a way through hieromancy to determine is your soul ancient or not. But I'm not an expert into it, so I will not divulge it here. It literally, there is a line on your palm that needs to meet certain conditions. It needs to cross your lifeline, and then it needs to cross as well your soul line, and it needs to cross as well your mind line. Okay, it needs to cross both the three lines, the three main lines. And that pretty much, it means that your soul is ancient, yes, and it also means that that is the end of the line for you, the last life, all right? You are to fulfill your soul purpose, and that's that. What do you mean a lot of X's? Thank you, Astro. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's a line that should go, literally it's a line that should go like that, right? It should go like that because it pretty much, it starts from the base of your lifeline and it goes and crosses both lines. It should go like that. And only if it crosses all three lines, then it means that. Oh, okay. X mean kiss. Okay. What is SP? I don't. Left or right hand? Right hand. It should be right hand. Right hand, it does expresses the manifestation of your, let's say, your soul into the material world, while the left hand, it is more mentally oriented. It should be on the right hand. All right, so let's pick a question, and let's check on all of them. Okay, we do have one for a family drama, so I seldom come up to these one. Thank you, AstroChick. Thank you so much for your 3 Canadian support to the live stream. As usual, you don't want a reading, so I'm going to respect that. But anybody who supports through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of the live stream. So again, the drama thing, let me come back to it. It's Club's Head. So Club's Head does inquired with that question for a free reading, so you got picked, and let's have a look about the advice and guidance about your family drama. All right, so I do assume that your, how can I say, your, the advice you want, it is so I do tell you how to resolve that drama instead of, this is how I'm going to approach the live stream. Rainbow Rising, thank you so much for your 9.99 British pounds. support. Make sure you do stick around up until the end of the live stream. Let me put you into the list here. And of course, Astro Chic. I'm sorry, I forgot to you too. So make sure you do stick around up until the end of the stream. It is where I'm going to perform your personalized reading. So you're going to get a reading no matter what. All right, so for your family drama, the first one we do have here, that will be the Knight of Swords. Hello, Tinkerbell. Catalyzed with the 10 of Wands. And the last one we have for you, that will be the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So we do have these 3 cards. And actually, this thing that you do have as a family drama, at least according to these cards, is not gonna go on its own accord. And it's simply in order to fix your family drama. Georgie, thank you so much for, I don't know what that currency is, but thank you so much for it. And Aquadeb, thank you so much for your $4.99, 500. What is that currency? Is it a no, Mara, is it a Randa, which is the you are, I think. In any case, Garji, thank you so much. And Aquadeb, thank you so much as well. Make sure you guys stick up until the end, and you will have your personalized reading there. So I was about to say about the family drama here. It is that it's not going to go on its own accord. And actually, there needs to be a lot of promises given from one person to another, and these promises needs to be kept. The problem and why the drama is there, at least according to my cards, it is that there were so many commitments, or rather like announcements of commitments that had been given, and then they either haven't been accomplished or they have been partially accomplished. And one thing piles after another, you know, and no matter how much both people or the people in there loved each other, they at some point start questioning, you know, is it really that thing worth it? So in order that family drama to be resolved, it is just the commitment of anybody that is involved into the drama needs to come back. And the best way how you can do so, and anybody can do so, the easiest things you guys can do is just don't promise something you don't intend to pretty much keep. Don't promise things you are not certain that you can stick around with. Okay, that is the best thing you can do. Oh, so okay, so that is Indian Rupee. All right, thank you so much for the Indian Rupee support again to anybody, to every one of you. Well, we are all happy for you as well, Tinkerbell. Yeah, I told you once. I remember. You didn't believe me back then, but... So I have been just told that that's... any case. All right, so... let me put the just hold on a second, guys. The world. All right. All right. Yeah, it's just, you both, like I said, Club said, you both need to stick by your promises. It's just how it goes. Because the more you back up to your promises, the more you are going to start questioning the relationships you have. And that is kind of sad because, truth be told, um, yeah, it's just, I don't know how to say it really. It's just that the at least in my opinion, I'm not some kind of a guru or anything, but in my opinion, parental or kind of like siblings relationships needs to go further than that. But I remember back in the days when I had when I have lived with my brother up north. Tarot, thank you so much for your $5 support. And thank you so much for sticking around for so long years. Oh my God, that really warms my heart. Anyway, just make sure you do stick around up until the end of the live stream. And if you cannot do so, you can watch the live stream another day. It's gonna be here on YouTube, and watch your reading, which is going to be at the end of the live stream. So yeah, when I was living with my brother, it was the same kind of a situation really, where we didn't get along very well together, but when we stopped having an expectations from one another due to lack of commitment, things went well. It's just things went well. Because if it was anybody else, just think about it. If it was anybody else, you can just say, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, right? And just kick off that person from your life. That is your brother. And it's not that simple. Just don't promise anything you cannot keep to each other, and things are going to be just fine. Mila Lanfranco, thank you so much for your $5 support. To you too. And again, make sure you do stick around up until the end of the live stream, where you will have your reading too, for as there is no request to for the new moon in Leo. Wow. Yeah, it's Cinnamon, that is somehow a funny thing, because more often than not, people are asking me for advice without using tarot cards, all right? For advice, what they should do with their relationships. I don't have a stable relationship for God knows how long, so I'm probably the last person that you should ask. And I don't have it because of my philosophy, not because of anything else. And you guys all know that my philosophy is that you have to be happy with yourself, and you should not make compromises with what makes you happy. And thus I don't make compromises, and therefore there isn't a long-term relationship in my life for a long time ago, and I mean really, really long time ago. Thank you, Mila. Happy to see you too. Okay, so let me inhale, have a sip of coffee, a cold one, and we are moving to Leo. On paper, maybe. Yeah, on paper. So, after Scorpio, there is going to be another break, guys. And at that break, you can inquire for a free reading again. So, first one we have for Leo, that is going to be the Devil card. followed by the second one, which is the Six of Cups. The third card, just hold on a second. So the third card we have for you, Leo, that will be the Two of Wands. Followed by the fourth card of your spread, that will be the Four of Wands. And the last card of your spread, guys, we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's a cold one. It's just, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. It's a cold coffee. But I didn't make a monstrosity this time around to bring a cold tea here. So very active transit for you, very active lunar cycle for you, Leo. And mainly the cycle is going to be focused upon finalizing things around and reaching a, how can I say, reaching a successful development of important milestones that are to be reached, and those milestones are going to be into the endeavors and into the enterprises that you really toiled about. So imagine that thing you had been chasing that person to be with for months, maybe years as well. Well, it seems that throughout this a couple of weeks you could be the lucky one, because this is exactly what the Two of Wands, the Four of Wands, I'm sorry, is going to teach you about, and the lesson that you are to learn, that with enough persistence and with enough attention to the important details, not just the minor details, but as well the important details, succession is pretty much imminent. And Donna Dawson, thank you so much for the $6 Australian support. Thank you so much. And let me put you into the list here with your question. And I'm going to answer that at the end of the live stream, so you make sure you stick around to that point. Or if you can't, simply you can watch the live stream tomorrow or another day, whatever suits you best. You will find it on a recording. Right, so where were I? Oh, all right. So yeah, you will pretty much learn that with enough persistence, you can definitely get what you want, and that is further supported here having the Devil card at the very start of this reading. Okay, and let's dive a little bit deeper into it, because what I see, not just only in YouTube, but also when clients see their cards, they see the Devil and say, oh my god, that's so bad. No, it isn't. And think about it that way. What reason does the Devil has to come about and to ruin your life? No reason whatsoever, because the only goal of the Devil is to make thine soul unworthy to go to heaven. How is going to do that? If the Devil comes about and start ruining your life, they're going to make thine self a martyr, and therefore martyrs are worthy for heaven. So that is not the person of the Devil, or the reason why the Devil comes about. The reason why the Devil comes about and how they comes about, it is they come as everything you have ever wanted. So you do take advantage of it, so you do abuse it, so you do forget about the God's ways. Okay, so that is how the Devil comes about, according to the tarot though. But are you going to abuse it or not? Well, that depends entirely on you. You have the choice here, so you can definitely use that state to build up your life. And here into the next couple of weeks, you do have pretty much, according to these cards, the power to force, create, and as well manifest circumstances that you crave for, so to speak, that will allow you to satiate the yearnings and the hungers of your soul. It's as simple as that, which means that you will have the circumstances to accomplish what you have desired by that point. And the supportive energy here out of the Ten of Wands that we have, okay, the Ten of Wands, it pretty much speaks that you do take under consideration every important aspect, and that you do have what it takes to see things through, and not just only to see things through, but also to cash in on the prize at the end. And just the warning here, as we do have the Six of Cups into the second position, it is that not the whole processes are going to be pleasant for you to be involved in. Okay, so there will be some dirty work for you to do out there in terms of satisfying or fulfilling your yearnings, fulfilling as well your desires. But what your focus needs to be, Leo, into the next couple of things is a focus of growth into already existing stuff. Take it that way, that you have reached so far that it makes no sense to quit at that point. And believe it or not, you are gonna sit on a good accomplishments, good achievements, okay? And there is no need for you to abandon those good achievements and good accomplishments. Just try to expand on them, because you can expand on them this couple of weeks. Just you have to make use of anything that comes to you, that it is given to you, regardless if it is look as something you deserve it or not. Because in the next couple of weeks, something does not belong to D, for D deserves it. Something belongs to D, for D can take it. Okay, and in the next couple of weeks, you can literally take anything. I'm sorry. But that doesn't mean that you have to be mindful of what you are taking. Okay, just take only what you can swallow. Right, so that was about Leo. Now moving next, we do have Virgo. I don't know, guys. It's the readings so far was very philosophical readings, and it kind of fits with the topic, really, where foundations are to be shaken and so on and so forth. You know, you keep up repeating that, Cinnamon, and I will start to like it. I promise you that. Right, so Virgo, first one we have for you guys, that will be the Emperor, followed by the second card here, which stands as the Eight of Cups. Moving next, what we have, that is going to be the Eight of Wands, followed by the fourth card of your spread, which is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. And the last one, that will be the Two of Wands. Okay. So these 5 cards, and literally into the next couple of weeks, well, it is always like that, Rainbow, because there are times that you have to take what you can get, and that expression is not used only by you being deprived. It could be used by you taking more than you deserve. But in any case, let's go back to Virgo. So next couple of weeks are gonna be a weeks where you are gonna have bigger luck than usual, guys, and very unexpected good fortunes are gonna be bestowed upon you. And those good fortunes are to allow you to, how can I say, structure your life and put a lot of control over that life. However, this control is not going to be rigid control. It's not going to be a control where you are going to squeeze and stifle your life with an iron glove. But instead, this control is going to be a control of reliability and as well consistency. And through that reliability and consistency, you will be able to, how can I say, face the day-to-day ups and downs with much more bear, and as well have a lot of free time on your hands to pretty much enjoy yourself and do whatever suits you best. However, this lunar cycle here, it will be oriented for you, Virgo, to distinguish an opportunity from a real opportunity, right? An opportunity where what you are going to gain from it is not going to make a big difference for you, from an opportunity where is going to be a huge developing jump moving forward. That is literally the lesson that you will need to learn. And how you will distinguish both things? Well, go by with this parable that good things, they do happen naturally, which means that the big opportunity for you is simply going to move forward and is going to be developing with ease, and you are not going to feel any stress, you are not going to feel any anxiety about it, you are not going to feel any tension also, and you will face almost no problems along the way. But the energies which are going to support you are really, I don't like those energies because they go against my code of conduct. But many people would like those energies, and these energies are the energies of demanding, meaning that whatever you demand about, sooner or later is to be fulfilled. So yeah, we can say it that way. It is that one way or another, you're going to have your world being brought down in your knees, and you get to do with it whatever you want. And under your world, I mean career-wise and as well relationship-wise. So it's a great thing. It's a great reading, and if you have experienced it currently certain difficulties, these unexpected good fortunes are going to take place exactly into those difficulties, which pretty much are going to ease your drive forward exponentially. Well, Rainbow, it isn't about feeling of deserving, or it's just the way that I look at this at situations in general. It is that I have no expectations whatsoever. And for example, when I ask a girl to go out on a coffee, to me this invitation is just a coffee. But if something more happens out of it, that's great. If nothing happens out of it, that's great either. I just have no expectations. I go there to take what I can get. It is not about, self-worth. It isn't about, self-righteousness either. You just go without any expectation, and that way you just get what you can. You're just about to take what you can get. That is at least my philosophy for opportunities. Diana is your sister? Hello, Diana. All right, so moving next, we do have a Libra. No, you can call it that way, But that way, you never end up disappointed. That's the thing, and this is why I'm always happy, because I never get disappointed. Right, so Libra, first one you do have, guys, that will be the Six of Pentacles, followed by the second one here, which is going to be the Sun card. After that, we do have the Nine of Swords, and then that will be the Nine of Wands. Oh, it's an expression, all right. I guess that is some kind of an astrology expression that I don't fathom right now. And the last one, that will be the Moon card. So it is exactly what we spoke about just a few moments ago. For Libra, and that is, it may sound scary, but it isn't by a large margin, all right, guys? So for Libra, things are going to start taking a very unnatural turn, and that is described here by the Sun card sitting into the second position. And this is going to be unnatural because Libra are going to find themselves being flabbergasted, okay, by the situations themselves, or how the situations are starting to reshape. And thus Libra are going to start worrying about the circumstances of these situations. I'm going to try to say it that way, that in the next couple of weeks, guys, you will be more prepared than the situations and than the people around you, and therefore you can get the upper hand, although your how can I say, your natural balance and natural righteousness, not self-righteousness, but a righteousness, will struggle against that. Look at it that way. You see a weakling, you know that you can overpower that weakling, but you do say, where is the honor in it, right? And that may stop you of pretty much winning battles, of pretty much winning positions, winning people, winning love as well. Well, that may be a shock of you, but in love and in war, there is no rules, right? Just there are no rules there. So yeah, overpowering a weakling, it's a thing that one must do if that person is sitting on their path. That is just an expression, and it is just an example. But that is how it stands, that you will have these openings there to pretty much skip certain steps into the hierarchy of your things and of your relationships, of your career, and you have to be mindful at that point of the consequences of your as actions, so inactions. Okay, and it's just you gotta take what you can get here. But let's move to the lesson that you are to learn, Libra, within the next couple of weeks, and that will be the lesson of that when you I have to explain it that way. That will be the lesson that when you have worked on yourself so hard, okay, you should not miss a chances to incorporate everything that you have worked upon. It's very complex to describe it. It's no different than you have prepared yourself for so long for something, and when it comes about, just because the situation seems unfair towards somebody else, not to participate into it. Okay, you cannot afford that. And even further, we do have the Moon card into the last position here of the spread, which speaks that you are on some kind of a path, that it is a right path for you, and you cannot avoid it. That is like a threshold. If it is not now, it's going to be the next time, the next new moon in Leo, so to speak. Okay, but there will be always a repetition of this situation, and you just have to kind of like do it and forget about it. Okay, but within the next couple of weeks, Libra, you are going to be also extremely calm, and very mastery, or rather, like, you are going to be a master of your emotions, not allowing you to fantasize about the doom and gloom, and also being afraid of what you can say or you can do is going to provoke into your career or into your relationship as well, which will allow you to start doing some brave actions. For you, Libra, who are looking for job, you can definitely, this is how it stands. I'll try to translate it here into the practical level. So for you guys who are looking for job, you can definitely aim into high places, and you can take on these high places because you have prepared yourself for it. But by doing so, you are going to deprive somebody from that high place. Okay. And in terms of a relationship, you can definitely get somebody that does belong to someone else. Simple as that. If you do love that person and you want to do it at all costs, you don't care how this is going to reflect someone else's life, you can go that way. You know, you can get somebody that belongs to someone else. Because again, things does not belong to somebody for thou deserves them, but belongs to those who can take them. And by having these cards here, hierarchy is no longer in place for you, Libra. There is no hierarchy around, okay? You can mix around with the hierarchy and pretty much climb yourself on the high places. Thank you so much, Misty Plus, for your 777 US dollars. Make sure you do stick around up until the end of the live stream, where I am to perform you a personal reading. As you don't have any inquiry through the super chats, you just thank you so much, much love. It will be a draw on the personalized new moon in Leo reading. Well, Mali, that's a good question. I will divulge you a secret, guys. I have literally no eye for the aesthetics. I don't know if it is a Scorpio thing or not, but I have literally no eye for it. And that makes me terrible in shopping, especially clothes. Okay, it makes me, I have no idea if I look good or not. I'm that terrible in aesthetics. Good evening, Natasha. Welcome to the live stream. Right, so crossing fingers here, and we go for Scorpio. First one, that will be the Six of Cups. Followed by the second card here, we have the Ace of Swords. Then the third one that we do have, that will be the Two of Pentacles. Followed by the Three of Cups. Oof. And the last one, that will be the Four of Swords. So that will be a very tricky one that we have. Just give me a second. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you so much. Hello, Sandra. I don't know where Cumbria is in UK, northern part or the south part. In UK, I have been only in London, in Luton, and in some kind of a village that it is not on the maps, and it's called Lucky, and I pretty much enjoyed it there. But it is not on the maps. It's somewhere in between Birmingham and London. You drive to it's somewhere in the middle of it. You diverse from the highway and you get to Lucky, but I can't find it on the map. Doomed? No, we are not doomed this time around. It's gonna be tricky because we can say more than we need. That's the thing, okay? So there will be people or a person, say you have an interest into somebody, that they want to know everything, or that they want to know more about you, you know, or you are applying for a job, and so on and so forth. But there will be an information that we will have to say and divulge, and there is going to be an information that we shouldn't. And here is the thin line, okay? We have to find a way, or we need to know where the boundary is to divulge as much as needed to the people that we care about, and in the same time to keep up what could what could make problems, Okay, so that will be the problem here. And what I like to say in these situations, it is that dignity does not dictate the whole truth to be said. Okay, people do accept certain things in a very different way, and what may seem right to you, it may not seem right to them. So before a proper preparation, let me finish this one, and I'm gonna tell a story about Luton. Okay, so without the proper preparation, there are gonna be truths, so to speak, that are completely fine for us, that the other person or the other people simply won't be able to fathom. But that being said, this transit for us, Scorpio, is the transit where we have to break the introvert aspect of our nature. So that is what we are gonna learn, that if we do want to be within the society, and that is something I have to learn a big time, right? We need to kind of like open up and allow people to connect emotionally with us. If we do move along with our poker face, not allowing anybody to touch our soul, which pretty much is Scorpio, simply we are going to die alone. It's as simple as that. So we're going to learn how to cooperate with difficult people throughout the next couple of weeks, and also we are going to learn how to how to reach fast progress when it comes to also cooperation and when it comes to uniting visions. Okay, so kind of like getting the mutual, mutual point, common ground, you name it, with our beloved one, with our person of interest, or in generally with our colleagues and with our boss. But suffice to say here, into the next couple of weeks, things are going to go very well. We are going to, as a Scorpio, we are going to enjoy things we work. We are going to enjoy things we do. We are going to enjoy as well people we meet and people we interact with. And should you be single, next couple of weeks are going to be weeks where there are going to be people left, right, and center that we are going to like physically, and also we can connect emotionally with them, and that is true from the other side as well. So there is definitely a potential into the next couple of weeks where we can start something that will have a strong chance to become a deeper commitment. Job wise, guys, nothing much to say. That's done. That next couple of weeks are going to be very creative, and just our job is going to move forward with a ease. But the energies which are going to support us into the next couple of weeks are energies of peace and energies of understanding, energies of lack of problems. It is simply whatever problems we had a concern of in the next couple of weeks, that concern is simply going to be vaporized. It's not going to be there anymore. And that will bring peace of mind. But what we need to focus on is not being stubborn by a large margin, because fixed plans and fixed ideas are not going to produce good results. Instead, we need to learn how to let go of outdated concepts and outdated standards, so we can be most productive throughout this transit. Okay, so that was for Scorpio, and now we are moving into the second break of the live stream, guys. Anybody who does want a free reading with me, you can start inputting your question down into the comments below. And after 5 minutes, I'm going to pick a question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. Okay. Anybody who supports the live stream through Super Chat is going to get their reading regardless at the end of this live stream. And if you are interested into having your own personal time with me and your own personal reading with me, you can check out the description of the live stream, where you're going to see a link to my website, and there at the very front page you're going to see full list of my services and also their pricing. So back to Luton. I was looking for something there, Cinnamon. I was looking for a bank or for a post office. I don't remember which one of these were. And I was on some kind of a square there, you know, a square with a fountain at the middle of it. And I asked a person, you know, do you know where that thing is? Do you know where that say bank is? And he told me, yeah, I know. And he pointed me a direction. In fact, that bank was on the opposite direction of what that person told me. And I spent about a couple of hours looking for that bank, not being able to find it. It's completely contrary direction to what that person told me. So yeah, that's my story for Luton. Scorpios are your favorites? What star sign are you, Robin? Rainbow, I'm sorry. Sounds about right, yeah. Well, I had another story, but it is not that dramatic, so to speak. Because from Luton, I had to go to London and meet with my brother. Of course, first time going into London, I have no idea where I'm going. And Natasha, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Um, Thank you so much. Uh, just let me input your question um, here, and I'm going to make you a reading at the end of the live stream. Right. So what my brother told me it is that I have to pretty much take off the bus and drop at the Victoria station. But what he failed to mention it is that there are two Victoria stations. One is Victoria train station, the other one is Victoria coach station. And pretty much we searched for each other for about 3 hours. It was a bit stressful because I don't handle very well not knowing what is going on. You know, I'm not a guy that goes somewhere and kind of like, I'm not an adventurous person, so to speak, and that the adventures does stress me a lot. That is the only thing that can stress me a lot. Who am I on in the tarot deck? I don't know, maybe King of Cups. I am not that, how can I say, I'm not that ruthless to be the King of Swords, but I wish I am. Hello, Amy. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Um, Let me put you in. Okay, so ask your question. What is it? Let me find it. Okay, Amy. Okay, reconciliation. Reconciliation is your question. And I don't know. You guys may hate me for it, but I don't like traveling at all. Just the sheer fact that I have to spend so much time at the airport waiting for my flights, spending time on the airplane, you know, and all that stress. No, thank you. It's just not my thing. All right, so let's pick a question. And we have one that it is a bit of an urgency here, that it is submitted by Annette L, which inquires about the new job. I guess you are unemployed right now, Annette. So let's check on when you are to find a new job, if you do have a prospect for it. King of Swords, it is what you are. Well, then you can be the happiest person on the planet. No, I'm not Capricorn Sun. I am Scorpio. And I didn't said cruel, I said ruthless. These are two different things. Right, Annette, so first one, that will be the Fool, and this is already promising start for your inquiry here, followed by the Two of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the Two of Cups, and the last one here, that is going to be the Seven of Wands. Okay, so we do have those four cards. Let me give you a time frame. Again, those four cards here. Okay. And let me give you a time frame when that will happen, or around what time that will happen. September. So in a month or two, right? In a month or two, there will be a window. Okay, so this is how it happens. Most likely you are to be addressed with an opportunity to start a job, and you need to have the readiness to answer to it straight away without any hesitation whatsoever. And why you may ask me why you are going to have a hesitation over it. It is because it's going to be a job unlike anything you had imagined by now. It's going to be completely different by what you have been doing by that point, you know, and what you feel comfortable with as well. But if you do sign up for the job, the collective and the environment there is going to be very friendly, and simply people are going to help you with handling the whole thing around, and in no time you will get the hang of it very, very quickly. But once again, you need to be readiness to jump into that action, whatever that action is, whatever that job is out there. And this job is going to bring peace into your mind and as well into your soul. But once again, it's going to be something unlike anything you had experienced by that point. Don't be afraid. Just take on that leap of faith. Right. So that was your reading. I hope it does helps you. Too fiery? Well, the wands, they are very ambitious. Okay, not just only fiery. The wand cards, they are very ambitious, and as well very funneled, in a sense of that they do tunnel vision. That is their strength. When they fix themselves on something, it's just nothing is capable to throw them off that way for as long as they keep interest into it. And also the wand cards, I could say that you are, because they do love to enjoy themselves with life, you know, beverages and going out on pubs and so on and so forth. And you look like a person, or at least seem like a person that loves to have fun. Okay. No, you're welcome on it. Also, you do hate so you do hate traveling as well, Cinnamon? You don't do pubs? Neither do I. It's just I don't feel like this is my place. In fact, my life is very boring, contrary to the expected. Leo, we are at Sagittarius right now. Shuffling for Sagittarius. Oh, hello, Lawrence. All the way from the city of angels. That's great. You know, if I, by any chance, at some point, am to go to United States, the 3 cities, actually 4 cities that I want to visit, these are Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Seattle, and Detroit. I don't know why. It's just I just want to visit them. If I happen to go to United States at some point, but I don't see how this is to happen anytime soon, unless I marry American. Right, so Sagittarius, we do have the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Moving next, that is going to be the 6 of Cups. Hello, Angelina. Then we do have the 9 of Swords. And the last one, that is going to be the King of Wands. Well, attracting air signs, if you are fiery sign, that it is very common because they are active friends and they do attract each other very much. All right, so Sagittarius, it is time, guys, for something new into your life, a new that you are to find on your own. That is the beauty of your reading, that you do get to decide what you want to do with your life into the next couple of weeks, which is divulged here by the Wheel of Fortune. So how Wheel of Fortune truly manifests, it is that you need to take it like that. That's things are going to be in complete chaos around you, but you will be the strong one in it. So this is how the Wheel of Fortune goes by, that only the weaklings are striving for order. The strong one does prefer to rule the chaos, and you are going to be the strong one. And the other way how I can explain it, it is imagine that your environment is going to be like a hurricane. Okay, everything it is just swirling around, but you are in the eye of the storm where it is completely calm and you get to pick up opportunities left, right, and center, whichever one you want. And thus, you definitely can stumble upon the seemingly random circumstances which are gonna cause your life to change, and that change is gonna happen to be once in a lifetime change. It is like the grand thing about, it is like the golden opportunity that it comes only once in life. Now, the only thing that can truly stop you here, it is the fear of taking it, and I don't know why would you find yourself being afraid of it. But the 9 of Swords here into the 4th position does speaks that is going to be a lesson you need to learn. And the lesson it is that you just have to overcome your fear by exposing yourself to that fear. Okay, or in other words, do what you are afraid of doing, speak of what you are afraid of speaking. And it's just the energies which are going to support you here from the King of Wands. Those are energies which are going to feed into your ambition. In other words, when you do see something that you want to do, all right, when you do have an ambition that you want to manifest, you immediately going to start making a very effective actions toward that ambition, and ultimately that ambition is to be is to be accomplished. So the only problem that we can see here for you into the next couple of weeks is just not being courageous enough to take on the opportunities which are around you. There are going to be a lot. This thing seems like a luck, and you can read in any book of tarot that the Wheel of Fortune is luck, but not really. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, it is when, how can I say, when you do have the perfect storm, all right, when the perfect circumstances align for you, and they may seem very random, but they aren't. That is just your time to shine. That is just your time to make the difference. And you have to take on that time. So now in the next couple of weeks, you Sagittarius, that is not the time where you think about, you know, what you can do more with a current possessions. This is a time where you do think about what you can add to your possessions. Okay. So that is pretty much the Sagittarius reading. Oh, and one last thing, I almost forgot about the third card here that we do have with the Six of Cups, and that is that your strive, your intentions should be only directed to the things that create pleasure in you. Okay, you should not invest yourself or incorporate yourself, you know, or participate into anything that makes you feel bad. Just skip it. Even if it doesn't sound right, just skip it. Somebody asks you to go out and help them with something, okay, and you don't feel good about it, it kind of aggravates you, it annoys you, just skip it, okay? It is not your thing. Don't do it. It's going to pollute your fortunate circumstances, and it's going to pollute your strive to, I'm going to sneeze. Oh my God. So it's going to pollute your strive to fulfill your ambition. Okay, your boss, for example, asks you, hey, can you help that colleague of yours? No, I can't. For I'm gonna help them when I start taking their salary. That is something I was used to say when I was working full-time job, when, you know, the management asked me to do something that I haven't signed for, that was someone else's job. I was always saying, you know, when I start taking their salary, I'm going to start doing it. Yes, but for now, no, thank you. Because that's fair, or at least that's the way I see it. But that is something you can do as well. Thank you, Diana. Hey, Misty, thank you so much. But yeah, so that is your time to shine, Sagittarius. Don't allow anybody to shine for you. That is what I was trying to say. The cutest sneeze. I didn't knew that the sneeze could have been cute. Hello, Karen. Oh, wow. I am sneezing a lot lately. No, I haven't done Aquarius right yet. Bugang? What is Bugang? So I guess for your entertainment, guys, I should sneeze again. Let me look into the lights. That is something that makes you sneeze when you look into the lights. Right, so Capricorn, first one we do have for you guys, that is going to be the Strength card. Taurus. Oh, Taurus, yeah, we done Taurus already, Ivan. Moving next, we do have Temperance, followed by the Page of Cups. Moving next, that is going to be the King of Cups. And the last one, that will be the Moon card. Yeah, reading for all signs. Natasha, reading for all signs. We are at Capricorn, and after Capricorn, 2 more left. Then is the last free reading contest, and after that free reading contest are the super chat readings. Why would I block you in a minute? Nah. Right, so Capricorn, let's hold on a second. So guys, next couple of weeks, you will have to learn not to follow your pride, so to speak. We have a very interesting alignment here, which is in between the temperance into the second position that we do have, okay? And then it is the King of Cups into the fourth position. And then it is the Page of Cups, which is in the third position of the spread. And that is when you do submit to circumstances or submit to, how can I say, to conditions that in your mind, these conditions for the time being are not ideal, but you kind of see that they are going to need you, they are going to lead you, into the ideal place, or they are going to help you accomplish what you are striving for. And in the next, it's just, this is how most likely is going to move forward. You have either been addressed or you are about to be addressed with something, either to be together with somebody, or either about a job, or either about some kind of a partnership. Some kind of an addression is going to come about. And because that aggression is going to hit on your ego a little bit, okay, as just it may looks way beneath you, or the conditions over it is gonna sound disrespectful, something out there that is not gonna be just right. That thing may have 1,000 aspects, but just one that is not exactly right. You may feel even insulted in some cases and decide to say no. And there we go. We have your pride here completely screwing you off. Coffee is life. Oh my God, you cannot have it more right than that. Coffee is right. Is life. Yeah. Cheers with my cold coffee. So these addressations or propositions, they're going to be extremely beneficial for you. Love life, or love-wise, or career-wise, it doesn't really matter. They will simply going to, how can I say, provide for you moving forward into the future. Not to mention that they will just not gonna go away. You may kind of like deflect them right now. You may try to escape from them. You may try to, I don't know, you may try to even run away. I will always gonna catch up with you, because there is some kind of an unfinished business, and that is here divulged by the Moon card with the Page of Cups here as a alignment and as a correlation. And it's simply the future is yet holding up something substantial that it is about to happen to you, which is a product of those addressations, so to speak, or let's call them propositions. Okay, so you need to the lesson that you are going to learn into the next couple of weeks, it is that you addressing things emotionally, and leaning toward what feels right and what feels wrong. It's not the best way how you can go forward with your life. but instead assessing what is right and what is wrong. And there is a difference in between feeling and assessing. One is through your emotions, the other one is through your mind. And that is how you have to pretty much address your situations, through your mind, logically, professionally. And that is the way how pretty much you're going to start climbing up your challenge until at the end, you're going to find at the top, at the peak of your challenge, being able to pretty much conquer it here. The temperance shows that there is no easy way moving forward, there is no balanced way moving forward, and there is no compromise to be made whatsoever. Things are as they are, and you just have to take it or leave it. It's not changing around, okay? But you don't really have a choice to leave it because it's gonna come back again. So to you, there is only one path forward, and next couple of weeks you will pretty much gonna come up to that conclusion yourself, which is going to be irrefutable conclusion, and just gonna move forward. That's about it here. However, what I can tell you, it is that this will provoke a change into your life. Actually, that change is already right now. We are at Capricorn, Deb. Right now, oh my God, this change, it is looming on the horizon, right? And you just have to, into the next couple of weeks, you got to think about your current positions. It's literally, you have to make a crucial self-analysis and self-reassessment about how you deal with your career stuff, about how you deal with your love life as well. Are you happy of your love life? Are you happy of your career? And what you can do to change that. Because when you think about are you happy or not, and why you are not happy or you're happy, you will also have the answer how to do something about it, and then you have to do it. Okay, that's pretty much how the transit is going to be for you. So the shaking of the foundation, the shook of the foundation is going to touch you, at least by now, more than is going to touch any other star sign. I think I have rainbow question. Just hold on a second, Pisces Moonbeam. Oh no, I don't have it. I don't have it. So yeah, Rainbow, you can type your question, and I'm going to input it here, where I keep my my list of every super chat contributor. Okay, so moving next, we do have Aquarius on our hands. Rainbow Deb, yeah. Rainbow Rising. Well, it isn't about that much about learning. Probably I did not make my point very well across. It's more about going on with peace. Because that is how I look at things, Jen. Imagine that your life, it's a stream, right? It's say it's a river, and you just have to start swimming along the stream, because trying to swim against the stream, it does only two things. The first thing, it makes you struggle, okay? Because swimming against the stream, it makes you struggle more than needed, and also it doesn't make any progress because the stream is dragging you into the opposite direction you're trying to swim in. So it doesn't make any sense to swim against the stream at all, regardless if you do have the Capricorn reading or not. That is just for anything that it is happening. It doesn't make any sense to swim against the current. Okay, Rainbow, I am putting your question here into the list. Just hold on a second. Ah. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. It's there. So it's more about, Jen, it's more about acceptance than learning to do it. So yeah, all right. So now you're welcome. So going forward, Aquarius, first one we do have for Aquarius, that is going to be the Two of Swords, one of the best cards, at least in my opinion, followed by the King of Pentacles. I love the Two of Swords. After that, we do have the Six of Wands. Then that will be the Moon card. And then finally, what we have for Aquarius, that is going to be the Three of Cups. So these 5 cards here. Hello, Ravinder. Ravinder. All right, so Aquarius, I will start with the keyword here for you. And that will be peace. So next couple of weeks, you're not going to feel any pressure, nor there is going to be any pressure for you to do anything. Okay? So if by now you have been pressured to make a choice or to do an action, that pressure is to be relieved, at least for the next couple of weeks. Okay? Because everything is going to start linger on a certain equilibrium. And pretty much these couple of weeks, at least at the start moving forward, the right choice or the right action is going to be literally anybody's guess. But by you waiting patiently and observing the situation, the right course of action or the right choice to be made, it will become pretty much obvious to you. So let's give an example of it. And let's say that you, Aquarius, are having 2 people of interest. You just like 2 women or 2 men, depending on what kind of preferences you do have. And you're not really certain which one you should go with. You just don't want to make the wrong choice here. Okay, they both look suitable, they both look compatible, but you cannot make up your mind which is more compatible than other. Okay, and so what do? Well, you just wait. It's as simple as that. You do nothing, actually, because this is what happens here. Sooner or later, one of your choices is going to become no choice whatsoever, or in other words, to one of your suitors from both of them is going to become annoyed and is going to walk away. And as he or she walks away, the obvious choice is the one who had the tendency and the persistence to wait for as long as it's needed. Therefore, it's someone loyal and faithful, and that is the one that you should choose. And that is how the next couple of weeks are to be for you. The right choices are and courses of actions are to become obvious to you, career-wise, relationship-wise, you name it, for as long as you do have the patience to wait enough. So those choices or those actions are to be revealed to you. Aside from that, you are to accomplish a great deal of things. There are going to be major accomplishments into the next couple of weeks for you, Aquarius, and those accomplishments are going to bring you recognition and rewards, and you have to take the recognition and the rewards. It may look a little bit, how can I say, I don't know, undeserved, so to speak. It is like, say somebody approaches you, you help somebody, and they come about in a day or 2 later, and they tell you, hey man, I have here, say $150, take them for the service you provided, and you say, or for the help you gave me, you say, no, I did it from the bottom of my heart. That will insult the person and is going to undermine your work. So if you are offered a reward, just take it into the next couple of weeks. And what you are to learn into this transit, Aquarius, it is that you know, God works in mysterious ways. It is just as simple as that. That everything happens for a reason, and even if at certain situations, while you are waiting for the right choice to become obvious to you, you may feel a bit uncertain. You may feel as well a bit worried. You may feel a bit, how can I say, weak, so to speak. But ultimately, at the end, everything falls at its place and everything starts to make sense. No different than I had a colleague once that, you know, no matter how bad the project were, that colleague of mine was very, very calm and very peaceful. And I was very wondered, how can I say, baffled why that's the case. And he told me, you know, things at the end miraculously works out. Okay, it's just no matter how bad the situation is, at the end of the day, everything works out. It is just how the business stands. So there is no point worrying about any of it. And that is pretty much how things moves along with you, because the energies which are to support you, Aquarius, here with the Three of Cups are very good energies. They first of all speak that you will have no problem communicating, interacting, and as well reciprocating with people around. It is just you will be magnet for friends and for people that will want to be emotionally entitled and connect with you. And the other way of these energies, or the other aspect of these energies, are that whatever you touch, it's simply going to work out. You start a project, results are going to follow very quickly after. You do start dating somebody, or you do start approaching somebody, flirting with somebody, results are going to follow very quickly after. It's just you are going to sow results left, right, and center all around you. And you don't want to make results for a wrong reason here. That's why you would prefer in the next couple of weeks to wait a little bit, so the obvious how can I say, direction that the best results are to be accomplished becomes, how can I say, open for you, or the direction that the results are going to be best becomes obvious to you, because you don't want to waste your time producing results anywhere that you would not want to cash in on these results, if you know what I mean. So that is for Aquarius, and now finally we approach Pisces. Hello, Shirlina. Welcome to the stream. I hope you do enjoy it. All right, so Pisces, first one, that will be the Tower card, followed by the second one, which is the Three of Cups. Yeah, my rising. My rising is Aquarius. So Three of Cups. Moving next, that will be the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. And the last one, that will be the Knight of Pentacles. Why? So Pisces. Well, that is how it goes for you. Next couple of weeks, the happiness, the content, and the fullness of life, if I may name it that way, is gonna come from very unexpected circumstances, very unexpected places. In fact, it's gonna come from the last place you have expected to come from, and that will be the reason that you are going to be shocked and completely blown away, you know, simultaneously in a bad and in a good way. And the Tower is not a bad thing here, okay? The Tower points to that, yes, you are going to be shocked. Let me give you an example, okay? You are going to be shocked that people that you counted on with your entire life, they just did not answer your call. But you are also going to be shocked that people that you thought are your enemies are going to come to your aid. So it's that shocking reversal that you are going to have into your career and into your relationship, Pisces. That is going to start through a very unpleasant circumstances once again, because that's what you have counted on. It's simply not going to provide, you know, in any way. But from unexpected direction, what will provide for you is going to come about. And for that reason, into the next couple of weeks, you will pretty much gonna learn that's how can I say, that's the furthering of thine goal. It doesn't happen by thine plan, all right, but it does happen through thine's opportunity, in a sense of that you just have to, once again, I'm going to repeat that, you just have to get what you can take. And how can I say, the value not always leans toward, oh my god, it's so difficult. The value not always leans toward what you have most trust into. So let me try to explain it with an example here. Let's say that you do have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right? And by having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, what is supposed to be, it is that this is the most trustworthy person around you, right? And that is the most, that is the person that should always have your back, right? But you do fall into some kind of a trouble one way or another, and that person who is your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they just don't follow up, but instead a friend of yours follow up. Okay, and there you do understand that your friend worth more than your girlfriend or a boyfriend. That is just how it can play out. But when I mention friends here, if you are single, those cards are strongly suggesting that a crushing between you and a friend of yours can happen, which is again the that shocking revelation that's the one that you have been fixed upon by now as a suitor. It's just not the one that you can make a good relationship with, and you can make a better relationship with someone else that you already know. So it's still a shocking factor. But that is pretty much how the lunar cycle will be for you, Pisces, that you will have that initial shock to understand that what you have counted on by now, it's simply not as good as what you have been neglecting by now. And the help, the love, the money, the job are going to come from unexpected places. So it's still a good thing, you know, it is just not what you have expected. But the energies which are going to support you one way or another are going to present you with a structure that ultimately is going to lead you toward what you want in the grand scheme of things. So what I mean here is that it's going to lead you toward, if you do want love, it's going to lead you to love. If you do want money, it's going to lead you to money. If you do want respect, it's going to lead you to respect. Also, these energies here are strongly suggesting that you will be able to recuperate. So it will be somewhat of a relaxing period of time, aside from that initial, you know, shocking confrontation, so to speak. But aside from that, you will have time to revitalize your strength, to revitalize as well your, how can I say, your personal energies, so to speak. And also you're going to build up some kind of a determination to push forward. And just what you need to be is to be true to yourself, what is truly worth it. Okay, because in the example I gave, to me at least, it seems that the friend worth more than my beloved one at that particular stage, and you just should kind of like develop what truly worth it. Well, Rainbow, yeah, that's never a pleasant thing. There is one solution to it though, You just don't have a love interest. So that is pretty much about Pisces. And I want to emphasize on one more thing. Do you see the Three of Cups into the second position, guys? Yes, you do. These speaks about when you do have Three of Cups into this spread into the second position. That card very often speaks about overestimated results, or in a sense of that you do place much more meaning into results that are way more petite than the meaning that you have placed those results at. So in other words, you are, I don't know, you are giving way too much value on something that doesn't have that much value. And so that shock is going to come about. So you can readjust your system of value into the right place. And like I said, it's not excluded to fall in love with a friend of yours. It's not excluded as well to start doing business with a friend of yours. A friend of yours is gonna have a pretty big finger into the wealth development of yours into the next couple of weeks. All right, so that was for Pisces, and now the last free reading is gonna take place. And after that free reading, I'm gonna move to the for the super chats. For the super chat readings, Jeanette or Jeanette, thank you so much for your $6.99 Canadian super chat support. Make sure you do stick around for at least 20 more minutes or half an hour, where I'm going to simply perform your personalized reading for the month of so hold on a second, not for the month of anything, but for the new moon in Leo. Thank you so much for your support. All right, 5 minutes, guys, and you get to ask your question within those 5 minutes into the comments, and I'm going to pick one question and perform a free reading on it, professional. You had a wonderful review. Oh, that's great. That sounds like a promotion to me. Is it not? Mila, you do have a super chat, so I'm going to put that question here into the super chat request. Okay, so you are going to get your answer no matter what. Hello, Jeanette. Well, you're welcome, Amy. No, guys, you are awesome for sitting around for what I am. Okay, it's just... And Cinnamon Kiss, thank you so much for your £5 super chat. You do want that kiss, don't you? Thank you so much. So hold on a second. Let me put that question in. My eyes are brown, yeah. My eyes are brown. Thank you, Jeanette. You are awesome too. You all guys are awesome. Well, you're welcome, Aqua Debbie. So, Ginger, I don't really kind of like, I don't think I follow here. You have been advised to set your house on sale. Your eyes are green. My God, that's so rare. You believe it or not, guys, but I have a relative. Well, it is not a blood it's not a blood relative, but the ex-husband of my aunt has a niece that had a yellow eyes, literally yellow eyes. No contact lenses, no nothing. A completely natural yellow eyes. Wow, it's just, whoo, you have shivers from it. How come you're not ready? If you do want to move, you have to do it at some point. Right, so let's have a look. Okay, the question that we'll get a free reading, and then we move to the super chat readings. Mali Solomon, what do I need to know about my financial situation in the near future? Let's have a look. There is nothing to forgive of what you are to say, Sida, or Seda. Although I don't see a reason why would you forgot a sorrow. Right, so the first card, that will be the Strength. Moving next, we do have the Sun, followed by the second one, which is the King of Cups. And the last one here, that will be the Queen of Wands, okay? So Mali, that is how it stands. Thing is that it's highly unlikely that on your own you will be able to salvage your financial situation into the near future, and I'm going to give you a time frame right now. However, a help is going to come about, so it's highly likely that there is, say, a person from your family or just a friend, you know, somebody that cares for you, that will propose you to help you financially, and that should happen within a month or two, right? And literally there is no reason for you to pass that offer. It's just literally there is no reason for you to do so. And on top of it, moving forward, it's highly likely as well that after the month of September, maybe in the month of October, month of November, I don't know if it's gonna be some kind of a business or anything like that, but I would say that there will be an action. Okay, so I'm gonna say that way, an action that will help you to start increasing bit by bit your financial state. But on a first place here, it is financially wise, it is this person or that organization that will propose you something that regards to your finances. However, as we do have the Sun card into the second position of this spread, that pretty much means that on its own, financial growth is going to be, for the next couple of months, rather impossible. It just is not going to be there on its own accord, but only through a help. Even when bad sounds okay. Wow. Seda, I am trying to make the readings as neutral as they can be, because there is always two ways how things can go. Yeah, completely on his own. That's true. I mean, I can swear in it. I can swear in anything you can ask me for, because that's the truth. I don't have a single hour of private classes or even school classes in English. All right, so now give me a couple of minutes, guys, to just catch up my breath, and I'm gonna move to the super chat readings. You're welcome, Mali. Okay, so super chat readings are gonna go as follow. The first one is going to be Rainbow Rising. Then is going to be Gargi Rawat. After that, we do have Aquadeb. Then it is Up North Tarot. After that, it is Mila Lanfranco. Then it is Donna Dawson, Misty Plus, Natasha, Amy Jewel, Jeanette Latour, and Cinnamon Kiss at the end. So, Rainbow. We're just starting with the super chat reading, Ginger. So you haven't missed anything. Super chat is a donation system. It's pretty much a contribution. You like the stream, you donate a few dollars to support my stream, me, and the channel, and in return I do you a reading at the end of the stream. Right, so just give me a moment here. Well, Cinnamon, I learned English because I played World of Warcraft. You all guys know about that card, know about that game probably. And I was in a hardcore raiding guild. So literally, if you do want to keep up with the guild, you just have to speak English, and bit by bit, you know, by guys talking among each other and so on and so forth, and I knowing a few words here and there, it just started to build up. And then the next thing I start doing is watching movies without subtitles. Okay, here in Bulgaria we do have an access to any kind of movies, even before Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so on and so forth. We just had an access to almost any movie that that was on the market. And then after the movies, when I was comfortable going by with the movies, I just start reading books. And reading books was the real deal. In fact, it taught me so much. All right, so Rainbow, with inquiry, that she's getting seemingly random job offer that appears recent. Should she take it? So what the cards are going to show here, it is if you take it, how things are going to go, all right? Because I cannot make decisions for you, okay? So you get to decide, are you going to take it or not? We do have the Lovers here, and it is catalyzed with the Two of Wands. So Rainbow, this new opportunity, this new offer for a job, should you take it, that will allow you to grow. We do have a active friends. And by the way I read into the super chat readings, it's called a elemental dignities. It allows me to read cards in pairs, okay, in a combination, so to speak, that you don't have to memorize it. If you do want to learn reading it yourself, there is a course that I have produced for it, and if you do want to take the course, just simply send me an inquiry at my Facebook page or at my email. But we do have a active friends here for you, and truly you will start growing there, and that company is going to help you build on top of what you have built. So if you do have certain skills, if you do have certain knowledge, or if you do like doing something very much, that company will help you to develop those skills, those talents, so to speak. And it is just slowly but steadily, this job will allow you to become with harmony with yourself. And also through the job, you will resolve certain concerns and certain problems about your career. So to me, it looks like a great pick, okay? But it does gonna have its disadvantages, because the balance is gonna be in one or the other direction. And this is what I mean. If the job is great, the pay grade may be lower than usual. If the job is awful, the pay grade is going to be high. That is because the Lover sits on prime, and when the Lover is on prime, Lovers carry is on one of the biggest lessons in the universe, and that is the lesson of that you just cannot have it all, okay? There is always something to counterbalance the positivity or the negativity of one situation. So if growth and progress, it's all you care about, then to me it looks a great pick. Although if money and how can I say, peacefulness, it's all that you do care about, then it doesn't look over that great pick to me. All right, so next one, that will be Gargi Rawats. And her inquiry is, should I reconcile with somebody, accept his proposal to get married to him, or is there someone else in the future? Well, to the second part of your question, Georgie, there is always someone else. Not in the future, there is always someone else around, okay? It's just, do we have the awareness and the eyes to see that someone else? But if you do decide to 4:22 a.m. here, but if you do decide to take the proposal, we do have the we do have the 8 of Wands with the 5 of Cups. So these are active enemies that we do have, and you will see a great deal of rehabilitation, so to speak, rehabilitation. So whatever made you break up on the first place, that was on his end. He did the necessary, how can I say, the necessary moves, so to speak, to fix that behavior, or to fix this this standpoint for as much as he could, although not everything is cleared out. Okay, and truth be told, with these cards, Gargi, you have to tread carefully with it here, because it's not like that this person doesn't mean what he is telling you here, you know, to reconcile and to get married. It's just it feels way too premature looking at these cards. I mean, the soil, the environment, the future is not nearly prepared for it. So I would give him a chance if I were you, okay? But if you do decide to not give that man a chance and move on, you definitely are going to stumble upon somebody else rather sooner than later. Because what these cards are divulging is that you do have more than just a one option available in front of you. All right, so next one, that will be Aqua Deb, and the inquiry is, I am going to get the chance, am I going to get a chance at true love with my current love interest? So the card is Seven of Swords, and it is catalyzed by the Page of Cups. So that's a tough call, Aqua Deb. That's a tough call. And I'm sorry, I can't definitively give an answer to that question, because those, if you are at the personal reading, I would immediately ask you here, having those cards, what is true love for you? Because true love for one, it's different from the true love for others. So let me explain you what you are going to find with this one, and you will decide if that's a true love to you or not. Okay. So with your current love interest, it's highly unlikely that there will be a subjugation and that there will be a submission, meaning that you both are gonna, how can I say, withstand your grounds, and it's highly unlikely that there will be a compromise in between you two. But the weird part of all that, it is that these cards are active neutrals, and that means that despite that, for the most part, there is not going to be a agreements here and there. That is not going to impact in any way, not just only in a positive, not just only in negative, but in any way what you are to feel for one another. And that may lead to the type of relationship where there are fights all the time. You just fight each other all the time. You lean to drama all the time, and yet you just love each other, and you just cannot get just cannot walk away from one another. Okay, and that may lead you to a magic circle. However, on the plus side, with this relationship, should you go for that relationship, it does have a long distance future. Okay, and these problems that you may have into the differences of agenda, they're not going to be that big of a deal. They're not going to be a how can I say, a point where that relationship it is to break. And the best way how thou can tackle with these type of relationships, and that is something of my type, okay, that is something of my type, it is that how can I say, you just have to mind your business, and he needs to mind his business as well. And that is something, when I start dating a girl, I always start up with this thing, you know, I don't really care what you do. For example, I mean, say I start dating with a girl that she loves to travel. I love playing video games, and I'm giving an example with myself because that is the best way how I can describe things, right? There is no problem you traveling with your girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, you know. There is no point you going traveling. I am not gonna be jealous of you. I'm not gonna be how can I say, be harping on you about that you are leaving me alone and so forth and so on. However, when I do play my video games, just leave me be with it. Okay, so just don't kind of like infiltrate each other's personal space, and there will be no problems. there will be no drama. But if you do start infiltrating the personal space among one another, then the conflicts are going to be there, and neither of you will be able to subordinate the other. Okay, and that is literally where the problems are going to come from. All right, so that was for Aqua Deb. Now, next one, that is Up North Tarot. Up North Tarot did not input any inquiry, so that will be just a generalized, personalized, a reading for you, Up North Tarot, for the new moon in Leo. And the first card, that will be the Death card, catalyzed with the, oh my God, oh man. This is a lovely, and I literally a love. Well, upright tarot, that is the love for life. Okay, basically what these cards here are pointing, that your concerns and your problems gone. It's just they will have no relevance anymore to you whatsoever, and that is going to transcend your routine into something that you are gonna freaking love it. Okay, you're just going to freaking love it, and that will lead you to impending change, that will allow you to liberate yourself from anything that doesn't make any sense and it does not provide, and it is a burden for you moving forward. And on top of that, letting go of these things in flux, so to speak, will allow you to clear up space for you to attract new things like new relationships, new career opportunities. It's just it's a transit for you of a clearance. It's a clearance. I don't know how to say it. It's a transit for you, for a liberating transit for you. It's a transit where you are going to make a purge. That's you will. Get rid of a malevolence and also simply dead things around. What is the conversation, guys? What these lives are doing to my sleeping patterns? Well, Cinnamon, the thing it is that my sleeping pattern is messed around for many years now. Because even if I don't do live stream, guys, I do have clients which are Americans, so I have to stay up late anyway. Okay, and it is just I live in Europe, but literally my biological clock, it's set up for United States, so it's not a big deal for me. But thank you so much for your concern. It's not a big deal for me. Right, so next one, that will be Mila Lanfranco, which question is, when will I get a job if I'm getting one? So we do have the Seven of Pentacles here with the Two of Cups. We do have these two cards. I cannot tell you when with these two cards. What I can tell you, it is that is going to be through a friend, most likely, that you're going to get a job. And that job, it's lurking just behind the corner. Okay, it is literally lurking just behind the corner. So yes, you are going to get one. And no, I don't think that you will have to change states. Okay, that is literally the answer here. It may seem, though, at the start as a... it may seem at start that it is like a charity, that this job comes to you because somebody feels pity for you, you know, that somebody, it's kind of like it caresses you. But it's just, you know, that will be just an initial feeling, Mila. Instead, you just have to take the job and move on with it. And the job is going to repay off to you just as much as you give into it as well. So the job is lurking just behind the corner. I cannot say when exactly, but it should be fairly soon. With these two cards, I could say month, maximum couple of months. All right. Next one, that will be Donna Dawson. And her question, her inquiry is, what I need to know in my life right now. So what you need to know, we do have the Chariot, and it is catalyzed by the Seven of Wands. We do have a passive enemies here, and I will say that, well, I will divulge a little bit more information for you, Donna. Well, you need to know that you are far stronger than anybody around you, or anything that you stand against is pretending for you to be, okay? And most likely you are finding yourself right now against certain odds that truly looks like overwhelming, right? But you can overwhelm those overwhelming odds. And if you do, how can I say, if you do stop giving a damn and truly charge forward, you definitely can accomplish the luck of your hard work and also wish fulfillment. So that is what you need to know, that you are far stronger than you think you are. And yes, you can triumph regardless of the situation, regardless of the odds. And there is no timing for it. You know, you will start being successful when you do arm yourself with your determination, iron will, and just press forward. There is that character that I like very much that was saying that when things becomes unbearable, only thing you gotta do is just keep going. And that is what you gotta do as well. All right, so next one, that is going to be Misty Plus. So let me check if Misty had a question. I know Misty just said thank you, much love. So Misty, if you are around, I'm just gonna look into your new moon in Leo. Just hold on a second because I opened so many tabs. Hold on a second. Okay. So new moon in Leo, we do have the Four of Swords for you, and the catalyzed card is going to be the Fool card. So first of all, Misty, new moon in Leo, very calm transit for you. It's highly unlikely that you're going to face any troubles, any difficulties, and any stress for that matter into the next couple of weeks. And that will allow you to start dreaming about the future. And I will try to explain it that way. I hope you are into math a little bit, okay? So you are going to sit in the ground zero, which is... the ground zero, what I mean, that is in between two infinities. So literally right now, anything that it is civilization wise possible, it is possible for you. And the next couple of weeks, you are to deliberate literally what it is possible for you and what you should do in order to kind of like, how can I say, let's say that way, feel your life fulfilled. And the deliberations are to happen with a very loyal companion, very faithful companion. And next couple of weeks also are going to bring you answers to what you feel and how you feel about certain aspects of your life, about certain people. So for example, if you don't know how you feel about your job, you are going to know how you feel about your job by the end of these couple of weeks. If you don't know how you feel about your husband, if you have such, or if you don't know how you feel about your boyfriend, if you have such, you are going to know how you feel by the end of these couple of weeks. And even on top of it, you will know also how to proceed with all that moving forward. So that's a transit for you, Misty. It's a transit of answers that you are going to get, and those answers are going to produce a new beginning for you. All right, so next one, that will be at Natasha. So work has been really tough and stressful at last 7 months. Will I be changing career soon or find a better position? So Natasha, your card is going to be the Knight of Pentacles, and it is catalyzed with the Two of Pentacles, like that. I don't think about new job. It's more leans toward either new position or readjustment of your current position. But as the future progresses here with these couple of cards, things are going to become in your career-wise, things are going to become way more simple than the things are, okay? And they will become way more manageable. So you will not have to, how can I say, they will become much more clear and much more executable. They will become much more accomplishable as well. And that will create some kind of a pattern that you just have to follow. And the problem why you may experience difficulties and stress in the past 7 months, either of the two reasons. Either you cannot align to the fluency of the company you're working for, or market has changed and your company had not yet aligned to the market itself. And that creates the stress and the tension. But what these cards here are showing is that there are concepts and there are some plans or some visions which are highly outdated. That could be your visions or it could be company's visions, one of the two. And until those visions or plans are not let go of, there will be stress there, okay? So if you have outdated vision of your performance, if you do have outdated plan about your career, then that is easily fixable. It is just only you have to become aware of your surrounding and readopting new perspectives and new vision. If the business though has an outdated plan, then you just have to gnash your teeth and push through it. And that will be possible, but like I said, in the near future, up until 6 months, things should get exponentially better for you. Okay, next one, Amy Jewel. So Amy requested for a reconciliation. We do have the Three of Cups and it is catalyzed by the King of Cups. I would say yes, you will reconcile with these two cards. And do you know why, looking at those two cards? It is because your vision for both of you is just the same. So if you do want to reconcile, that means that he wants to reconcile. The only thing left to happen, it is the mutual ground. The only thing that left to happen, it is you know, the professional side of the matter. You know, what happens after the reconciliation takes place, because sometimes, you know, you may want to be together, but it is just the environment does not allow it. Like, for example, if you are in two different countries, you cannot be together, so you have to start talking about how exactly you are going to get together. So that is the problem, how exactly that is going to happen, rather than is it going to happen or not. So yeah, I would say the reconciliation, it's very possible, 95% so to speak. Right, so next one, that is Jeanette Lauter or Latour. That is a French name, isn't it? I'm just guessing here. So Jeanette, as you don't have any inquiry, I am going to draw you for the new moon in Leo. And the first one, that will be the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Swords. So these two cards, and it seems that in the next couple of weeks you will have a reprioritization or you are going to reprioritize certain stuff, and that is because there are going to be quite of a unexpected openings for you. There are going to be some unexpected opportunities overall stuff. I will try to explain it that way for you, Jeanette. That say right now you're pushing some kind of a projects, right? Or you're pushing some kind of a deeds of yours, but a couple of months ago, say you had a different deeds and different projects that they reached certain point, and that was as far as you can go with them, and you have put them on hold, all right? And you almost forgot about these things. And now the opening comes about, these opportunities to further that old goal, which on its own accord is going to provide you, or is going to win you, so to speak, either harmonious relationships or very successful business maneuvers. But the finishing up what you have started a couple of months ago or an year ago is going to provide you with content, exhilaration, and just, you know, a very good feeling for the future. So yeah, it will work for you in the next couple of weeks. Should you have a chance to finish what you have started long time ago, it will benefit you to how can I say, to stow a little bit your current endeavors and make a retrospection with the past. Right, so, and last but not least, Cinnamon Kiss with her dad and brother be okay. Is her dad and brother gonna be okay after the funeral, financially, and home? We have the Nine of Swords catalyzed with the Six of Wands, like that. It could be painting. Yeah, see, you may have a painting back in the days that you didn't have the how can I say, the muse to finish, and you just left it there to in your attic, and now you suddenly, in the next couple of weeks, you may have the surge of muse to finish that painting, and there you go. Yeah, it could definitely pay out that way. Right, so Cinnamon, these are these two cards. They are gonna be okay. In fact, you worry way too much for them, from the look of these cards. If they are telling you how bad they are, at least according to these cards, they are severely exaggerating the problems and the issues that they are facing, okay? And to me, that seems more like a whining and mourning rather than a healthy, how can I say, a healthy divulgement of issues and problems. It's just they have to face the consequences of their personal actions, okay? And they are going to be fine. So anything that you asked about, it's pretty much gonna come true, in a sense of that they are going to be financially okay if they do the necessary, and also they will be at home if that is what they want. But again, I cannot make decisions for them, okay? It's just that's impossible. So at the end of the day, all falls to them, but that is very, very accomplishable. Are they gonna come in UK? Yeah, I think so, because the card is the 10 of Cups. So most likely they're gonna come back to UK as well. You're welcome, Jeanette. You're welcome. All right, so I hope that that gave you guys the necessary information to do your informed decisions moving forward. And this is going to conclude the live stream of the new moon in Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being around. Thank you so much for your support, to all of you. And we are going to see each other, and I'm going to see you. Hopefully you're going to see me, definitely, each other next time, which is going to be very, very soon, in a few days. And until then, bye.